If you'd like to explore where life can take you, depending on your attributes, your will, your determination, and your grit, your imagination, your creativity, the size of your dreams, then you know what? Let's have a little chat here today as I sit at the Playa Palmilla, the beach in Palmilla, right across from Club 96, Villa del Mar, and the beautiful Palmilla golf course. They call it the OA, the one and only golf course. 27 holes, pretty incredible. Great place to winter down here. Been enjoying it tremendously the last 10 years, and easy to get in and out of here to go do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Maybe another side trip somewhere within Mexico, or perhaps back into the US, to Florida, maybe Arizona, maybe Nevada, and perhaps Europe or South America, Central America. Lots of things to do, lots of places to go. All it takes is the power of flexibility, and most people have not realized their power to create enough cash flow that money keeps coming in. Meaning, there are lots of different ways to do that, and the number of ways is kind of like counting the grains of sand on this beach here. It's innumerable. It just depends on the power of your imagination and your will to change some habits and to change the way you think. So I just want you to know that over the years I have been mentored and coached by somebody that walked over that threshold into that new way of thinking and introduced me to many books that have made all the difference in my life. And one of those books is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Another one is called Think and Grow Rich, You Can Work Your Own Miracles, As a Man Thinketh, on and on and on. Lots of powerful, incredible books. So, if you're up for the game and you want to make some things happen, I'm going to guarantee you gotta take some steps that'll make that happen. And that's going to include not only your own ingenuity, but the power of two. When two or more minds are together in unity, harmony, kind of like the metronome going back and forth at a certain cadence, and those minds are in harmony, kind of like if you have a 5/12 tuning fork and you hit it and it goes boom, like a low pitch, and you hold another one that's a 5/12 right next to it, the movement of the engaged 5/12 will begin to vibrate the unengaged 5/12, just like a mind, the mind of man. What the mind of man can conceive, when I say man, of course I mean man, meaning man and woman, can conceive and believe, the mind of man can achieve. The only limitation are the 6 ghosts of fear that you can see beautifully in the last chapter of Think and Grow Rich. Powerful chapter. I encourage you to read it backwards. I know that sounds kind of odd, but you read each fear subsection backwards. Not that you read the words backwards, but you start at the bottom paragraph of, say, that last subsection, and then you just read the next one above that and the next one above that, and go all the way back through the beginning of the chapter, then read it forward to back. You'd be amazed how your brain begins to process the thought process, the nuggets that Hill has offered us there as to what are these fears that hold men and women back from their true capability: fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of death, fear of people, fear of rejection, a variety of those things. There's a way to reignite the brain that will kind of bypass that circuit, kind of jerry-rig that circuit, work around that circuit to go to a new circuit where that other circuit begins to lose its power over you, its prevalence over you. Think about this. If you have a teeter-totter and you have 2 people the same weight, they can kind of go like this. But if you have one person heavier than the other, it's going to sit like that. So what I'd like to encourage you to do is balance your fears. meaning like a teeter-totter of fears. One end is the fear of missing out, the fear of not attaining what you could have attained. And the other fear is the fear of doing what it takes to get the job done, the unknowns that you will encounter along the way. So I just encourage you to really think carefully on that again. Balancing the fear of missing out, the fear of not attaining what you could attain, which is the power of reaching your dreams, versus the fear of embarking on that incredible journey success, dream-driven journey. So, if anything I said to you here you find encouraging, intriguing, interesting, whatever it may be, you can find David Humphrey. There's no question about it. You can find him, and I look forward to that conversation, getting to know you better, and let's see how it goes. Let's see if there's any kind of a fit in there. Anyhow, have a wonderful day. Wishing you all the best. We'll see you on the flip side of success.